待ってましたよ。いつでも来てください。どのクエストにしますか？よろしくお願いします。どのクエストにしますか？待ってましたよ。いつでも来てください。
見切った。見切った。見切った。見切った。
展開中です。アークス各員はクエストカウンターより任務への参加を。
見切った。 Emergency code Q.
In the profile, it should be. I only added one new section, but I changed the text that was in there on pretty much everything because the information was like really outdated.
Completed.
I changed the Patreon section. I changed the I added a game forecast. I updated my speedrun section. It's a bunch of things I changed.
Whatをしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
よ。調子どうだ。じゃまたな。
待ってましたよ。
Yeah, I saw the complaining about the new PS Plus games. I mean, for once I agree with them. I sort of agree with them, but that selection that they've got for next month is pretty lackluster. But I still don't understand the point of waiting to rent something, to rent a AAA game when you can buy them for like $15 after they've been out for like 6 months. I mean, I stopped with PS Plus because I don't have a PS4 yet. And honestly, the offerings that they've had for PS3 and Vita have not been that great. Like, the only thing that I ever really got a big value out of from PS Plus was the discounts. I would often, you know, pay off a year's worth of PS Plus in like a couple months of sales. Especially on stuff like, you know, Koei Muso games and stuff like that, which, like, you know, doesn't really get steep discounts very often. But I don't understand why people just, like, sit there and wait for something to be on PS Plus when you could just buy it and actually have ownership over it instead of just renting it. Yeah, I picked up Gradius 5 and Oni-chan Bar Z2 Chaos for winter if I get a PS4 funded. That should be pretty awesome. I hear it's a pretty good game. It's just like not groundbreaking or anything, but it'll be nice if I ever get that $250. I can have something to play right away. Might even be able to find a bundle without a controller or something and just use the controller that I have. Under Night and Birth has a new version coming out with like heavy balance changes and I think a couple new characters. And it's coming out on PC. I hear it's pretty dead online. Like, the only resurgence it's gonna have is on PC and console whenever they put the new version out. I thought it was a pretty good game. I just like didn't get super hardcore into it. If I was still in San Jose, then I would have played it a lot more. But here, no one had even the slightest interest in that game. The FGC here is pretty much like just Capcom games only, like Street Fighter and Marvel. They did Mortal Kombat for a while, but as far as I know, they kind of like stopped doing that too, so there hasn't been much incentive for me to like play fighting games competitively anymore. Alright. God, I haven't played this game in months. Mexico is still king of fighters. Mexico will always love King of Fighters, even though they don't come out on easily, you know, pirated consoles anymore. I imagine they're pretty excited about KOF 14. Probably just not too behind it being a PS4 exclusive. They're definitely gonna have to put that on PC if they want Mexico to play it. Just the reality of it, really. Are there any male characters that I can recruit? I'm stuck with these bozos. Oh, whatever. They don't have any money. They came out and said today that one of the reasons they came back to game development instead of making random phone games that nobody asked for is that Steam sales have been doing really good for them. Like, people are actually buying their games on there. I might pick up Under Night and Birth on PC, but my problem with that game was like all the characters that looked cool were like not any good. Like the top tier in that game was all like characters that were like super huge. It's like the only game I can think of with the top tier characters are like really big characters with like half screen hitboxes on everything they do. I really wanted to play Akatsuki because I used to play Akatsuki Blitzkampf like when I was back in high school. But he's like one of the worst characters in the game. As soon as I found that out, I didn't really have much interest in playing. But it died really fast. Yeah, but Sentinel's not a grappler. My issue with them starting this aggressive porting cycle is that they haven't said anything about if they're going to let people who buy it on Steam just upgrade to the next version. Because if they're intending on releasing like 500 versions of BlazBlue on Steam, like they already have been, like I don't know if I'm down for that. That's the whole reason why those games die so fast anyways, because you have to keep paying like a ridiculous amount of money to like stay competitive. I would hope that they're gonna allow people to upgrade. That's why I stopped playing BlazBlue, even if I hadn't ended up moving here. It's good that they support the game, but they do it in the wrong way. Like they already have like 2 or 3 versions of BlazBlue on Steam. And they're adding the next one, but it's already going to be outdated by the time it's on Steam. The same problem they've had since the series came out. I bought Xrd on PC just so I could play with my friends, but I'm not really expecting them to be nice and not make people pay for Revelator in like 4 months. I mean, the game sold well, so they'll definitely put it on PC. It's just a matter of if they're going to nickel and dime the PC users who've already been waiting a long time to play that game to begin with. They haven't said anything, which I think means that they're just going to keep doing the same thing they've been doing. Which is not a smart move. You make people wait that long. The last thing you want to do is shove another version down their throat with like way more content at full price. Like they're going to have to at least do like a loyalty discount or something. I haven't been on the SRK wiki in a long time. I wouldn't know. You would think it would get better now that it's easier to like capture game footage.
Completed.
何をしたいのかな。またいつでもどうぞ。
I'm rich on this game right now. I'm getting close to 10 million. It's pretty
調
nice.
子どうだ。
I managed to sell the big investment I made like back when I stopped playing. There's like nothing I really need to buy right now. I'm gonna wait until the next cash package that they do. These next couple days are going to be pretty boring in terms of like streams to watch because everybody's pretty much heading to GDQ already. I'll probably be streaming during GDQ because there's like, I don't know, they have a lot of repeats in the schedule this year. I'm gonna check out the stuff like the Devil May Cry and Transformers runs because my friends are there and they're doing the runs for those, but a lot of the other stuff I'm like not really interested in. Like all the stuff like Mario 64 and Zelda and stuff, I've seen those speedruns like 1,000 times. I'm not really interested in seeing them anymore. I think they have more variety than they have in the past, but there's still like a lot of repeats. It's not even necessarily the fact that they're repeating things, it's just that those games that they're repeating have not, the speedrun has not changed at all. Which I think is the main issue, really. A couple of times, like Mario 64 and Ocarina of Time and stuff, they've gotten in again because the route changed. But as far as I know, that has not happened in like a really long time. All I've been hearing about GDQ is just people complaining about it. Yet they still go, which I can kind of understand. I mean, there's not really another chance to meet up with people like that, I guess. I do wish they'd change their charity though.
緊急ですはい
Emergency. Code. Attack.
目標達成を確認
Completed.
I wonder which streamer is gonna make it big at GDQ this year. Last year it was Big John. I think Big John was like the only one that really got partnered off that event. I don't think too many other people actually got like any significant growth. Now, Big John's an awesome streamer, so he deserves it. I just think it's kind of a bad look though, like only one person out of all those runs is actually going to get any exposure from it. Well, you can say what you want about why people go there, but honestly, with how expensive it is, like, you would definitely want there to be at least some chance of having some growth from it. I would like to go, but honestly, it's just too much money. How did I get paralyzed by that? Come on.
Emergency. Code. Elimination.
やりましたよ
Completed.
I just get kind of depressed when I see someone that like goes there and they have like they're really good at the game, obviously, and they're good at presenting themselves. Like they have good commentary, especially the games where like they don't have anyone on the couch helping them out, and they get like no growth on their channel because it's not like a big Nintendo game. Like that stuff just like makes me depressed. That's why I would like never want to like take donations to go to a GDQ.
Attack.
I've seen some pretty good streamers just like not get anything from going there.
Completed.
Wow, this troll layout. making me go the longest way possible to get this quest done.
大規模作戦は終了しました。作戦協力に感謝します。緊急連絡あり。
Emergency code Q.
緊急通達だ。よく聞け。
Come on, stop giving me these roadblocks. Let me just go to the boss. I hate when it does this.
Emergency code elimination.
よろしい。従前な結末だ。
Come on, let me through.
Completed.
How did that kill me? Dude, I was like way past his arms. That makes no sense at all. It's like a freaking Tokiden hitbox. I'm like way in front of him, and somehow his forward attack hits me. I hate this boss. Oh, it's a half doll wasted.
目標達成を確認。
The hitboxes in Kiwami are a lot better than Age of Demons. In Age of Demons, like the hitboxes were like obviously exaggerated. Like the Manhunter, the spider boss. You know that spin attack that he does? Like you could be above his head, and that spin attack is him like breakdancing with his 6 legs. He could be above his head and still get hit by it. Whereas in Kiwami, they adjusted the hitbox so that it's like more realistic. Like you can actually be above him as long as you're not like too low. You won't get hit by it anymore. They improved the hitboxes a lot, but there's still some attacks in that game that you get hit by that you really shouldn't be. I hated fighting the Manhunter and the Bloodhunter on Age of Demons when I was using knives, because you had to be really far above them you had to do the mountain climb move like at like the perfect timing, and you had to be at like the exact height to avoid it. I should expect to be dying on this though. I haven't played this game in a long time. I'm just like bored right now, so I figured why not play it for a while. The rampage is annoying, but getting hit by the spin attack when you're like a character length above them is more annoying in my opinion. If you have someone with a plunder build, you can pretty much just keep breaking their legs and they'll never move, basically. I had that build that I could take out like an expert one in like 2 minutes. Pretty much just break one part and then get the plunder bonuses for breaking parts, and then since he has so many breakable parts, like you just keep getting more and more attack strength, and he can't move. You pretty much like combo him to death.
どのクエストにしますか？よろしくお願いします。
どうした？
Oh, I should try the new time attack. I haven't done that yet. All right, well I'll do that after this, and then I'm probably gonna switch to something else. I don't have premium right now, and I don't have any intention of paying for it anytime soon. Maybe in February. So the amount of stuff that I can do is kind of limited anyway. I can't really see myself playing this enough to warrant dropping 20 bucks on premium. It's worth it if you're gonna play a lot that month, but if you're not, it's a waste of money.
連絡事項です。
Emergency. Code. Arrest. Completed.
I wonder what they're gonna do about everybody hating the summoner class already. They're gonna have to pull out some really crazy surprise announcements to get people interested again. I don't know why they thought adding a pet class to a game where it doesn't really fit or even have a desired role would be a good idea. Like, how did that get past the planning stage? There are no, like, you know, generic MMO roles in this game at all. Pretty much everybody can heal if you want to. You can't really tank. I mean, you have some class combinations that are nice to have, but I really don't know why they thought adding a pet class was going to be well received. They could have put anything else in the game. They easily could have just, like, taken one of the old Phantasy Star Universe classes and, like, updated it a little bit. And I'm, like, positive that would have been more well received than Summoner class. I looked at it and I thought it was like a joke. Like, are you kidding? And apparently, like, they're putting, like, a lot of work into it too. Like, the whole progression system is completely different from the other classes, aside from the skill points. It doesn't help that the pets look like bootleg Chinese Pokemon too. They don't look like threatening or interesting at all. And the whole thing about going to planet Earth for new quests and stuff is, like, kind of divisive. Some people like it, some people don't. I think it looks pretty lame. Like, if I wanted to play in a boring you know, Earth City, like I would play another game. I would not be playing this. Especially since the enemies are like, there's a giant train monster, there's like an infected helicopter and tank from Devil May Cry 2's in it. You can watch it on YouTube. People have it.
目標達成お疲れ様でした。
Completed.
It's like DFO and or DNF and PSO2 announced like really divisive new characters at really bad times. Like they just announced the spear guy for DNF like a couple weeks ago, and it's been pretty divisive because people want the male mage classes, you know, they want those, they want the female priest and stuff like that, and people have been waiting for those classes for years, and they just kind of pulled some random spear guy out of nowhere. I think he looks pretty cool. I saw some footage yesterday. He seems like something I'll probably play when it hits DFO, but I have to admit their timing couldn't have been any worse. And people were really expecting those other classes that had been teased and announced like ages ago to be in the game, and instead, you know, they put in a new character. And then with this game, people were just expecting something interesting from episode 4, but so far the stuff that they've announced was not really well received. Yeah, they announced him at the DNF festival a couple weeks ago, and he just hit the Korean test server like I think yesterday actually. Some of the other guys like Skyson they were streaming it yesterday, and I watched it. It's called the Lancer. DNF's just, I think what people forget is that it's so hard for them to add extra frames of animation to those sprites because they have to do it for every single avatar that they've ever made, which for some of the characters like the OG ones like the Slayer and the Gunner and stuff like that, it's like a huge undertaking. So the game's like, it's at a point where it's easier for them to just make a new character than it is to go back and finish the ones that people actually want. And it's always going to be like that. I think it's just kind of the reality of the game, really.
いつでも来てください。何か用？どのクエストにする？
It's not that people aren't being impatient, it's been that they hinted at that stuff like a really long time ago, and that's what everybody was expecting. And they just pulled a new guy out of, you know, who knows where. That's kind of the issue with it, but I think it's just, you know, it takes time for them to redo the sprites, and they don't want to. Especially since the male mage is like not a popular class in Korea at all. I think they realized that, like, from an economical and time standpoint, it was better for them to just make a new character than it was for them to dump tons of resources and make the artists, you know, have a nightmare having to redraw all those avatars. Even just one frame of animation is like a huge undertaking. I think they will put them in the game at some point, but they're obviously like not interested in it right now, or they're working on it slowly. The female priest I can understand though, because they teased that like ages and ages ago. And that's what everybody was expecting. Everybody was expecting the female priest. I don't think I have much else left to do on here that I care about. Let me see.
待ってましたよ。いつでも来てください。
Yeah, they started doing that with the male fighter, and they kind of went back and they did that with the female gunner with the Second Awakening changes. They made them so they're not just the opposite gender with the exact same moveset. Which is part of why female priest is probably taking so long, because they don't want to just put, you know, the same character that's a female. Because I remember people were really upset about that with the female gunner. You know, they're pretty much the same character. Once they put the Second Awakening changes in, then it'll be different, I guess. I'm waiting for the male fighter changes because that class has been garbage for years now. And I've already leveled a male striker up to the cap on the old DFO many years ago. I'm kind of sad that they pushed that patch back 2 weeks because I had already cleared up my schedule so that I could pretty much no life that game for a couple weeks. And now they said it's most likely it's going to be the 19th instead of the 5th. And the problem with playing this game right now is I have like absolutely no storage space left, and they haven't put in the update that lets you buy more. I held off on playing this for a long time because the storage system just sucks. Like you can't permanently buy storage. Well, they've been bad compared to the female counterpart for a while now. Especially on DFO, where they don't have any of their recent changes. Or their Second Awakening reworked or anything. I like their playstyles, but they're like not really effective. And they get a lot better in the Second Awakening. Pretty much every class in the male fighter tree gets like much better. Both in terms of fun and effectiveness from what I've heard. I don't really care too much about the effectiveness part because I can't stand the endgame in DFO. It's way too much RNG and boring grinding and stupid gimmicks that I don't really have any interest in doing. But the fun factor is what I'm after. I bought a bunch of equipment getting ready for that like a couple weeks ago. So as soon as they put that out, I'll be able to level them up pretty good. Especially male grappler with all the glitches that he's had for like years. Like those glitches getting fixed is like a big deal. The difference between the genders wasn't too bad until the Second Awakening, and then the male fighters just got left behind pretty much. I wonder what new clothes they put out. I haven't been on here in so long. Well, that looks pretty cool. The best part about this game is not playing a screaming 4-foot tall lolly. Like you can have a whole wardrobe in this game for like a fraction of the cost. A lot of the male clothes are pretty cool. Some of them are kind of lame, but there's a lot of really cool outfits, and like you don't have to pay anything for them unless they're like. There are a few that are pretty expensive, but like most of them are pretty affordable. All this stuff I'm looking at right now is like not even 300k. Like you can pay for these in like one daily quest. Costs nothing. No, I think I'm gonna sit on my money for now. I'll come back once they have the character storage in the game, because I want to see how bad it is before I switch games. I have like 2 storage spaces free, and I have 43 slots on my character, so I have like nothing to work with. And you can't buy permanent storage in the game, at least not until the next update. Like, you can rent out storage and you can store stuff in there permanently, but you can't put it back in. So if you have a bunch of like affixing fodder or other trash items, you can put them in there and you can use them that way, but you can't put it back in unless you pay for it. Which, I play this game so sporadically, I can't really justify doing that very often. Sometimes I'll just like completely no-life this game, and then there's other times where I won't even touch it for months. Like, I haven't been on this game in ages. But they're finally gonna fix that in January. I don't know why it took them like 3.5 years to fix it, but it'll be nice. Alright, I'm gonna switch games. I don't really have much else to do on here, and I'm not really trying to go hardcore on this game right now. I don't even want to do emergency quests, because I have like absolutely no storage. I'm definitely not gonna drop $20 on premium for this game right now. Especially with the updates they have on the pipeline. I'm like not really interested in supporting it. Play it randomly every now and then, but I'm not like super interested. Favorite class on DFO? I like male fighters. I like them a lot more when they get their changes. I like Rogue. Rogue is probably my favorite class. Rogue, Monk. Those are the main ones. I'll be playing Female Ranger more once they get their changes, which they're going to get in the next patch. I don't really have as much experience with them. I have a lot of experience with both male and female fighters, Monk and Rogue. Those have always been my mains. The other characters are just like kind of alts, but once they get their changes, I might play more. I'm going to be working on the male striker primarily. The grappler, I got one from the 1+1 event. I'll be playing him. I bought a ninja package for him. He looks a lot more fun now. They finally took out all those bugs he's had since like 2009, which is nice. I don't know why it took like 5.5 years for them to do it, but apparently he's in a pretty good spot. Male striker is like way more fun to play, less clunky. I'll probably make a male Nen. I hear they're better now too. They're just kind of like boring to me. It's kind of just like you put Tiger Flash on and you just mash the square button, which is not really interesting to me, but I hear that their Second Awakening mechanics are pretty fun. Rogue, I'm going to wait until they have the Second Awakening. The changes are going to be nice, but I don't want to get to the cap without the extra moves, so I'm going to get her to level 75, and then I'm probably just going to not play her until she gets that. Shadow Dancer I'm interested in. Glacial Master, I'm gonna make one of those when the patch hits. I hear they're like not great, but they're better than they were. I played one to like level 30 and I thought that they were pretty clunky, so I'm just gonna wait. Anyway, I guess at this point I can do 20XX. I could do Dynasty Warriors. Or Velocity 2X. I'll leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna shop here for a minute and wait for someone to respond. Whichever one of those three choices that you guys would like, I'll go ahead and play it for a little bit before I go. XX, alright. Alright, well, give me a moment to switch games. I don't think I feel like doing my daily today. I'll try it out. Why can't they put, like, Ling Tong in Dead or Alive? That guy was a beast in Warriors of Orochi 2 survival mode. He could ring you out from anywhere on the screen. I think in terms of the more, like, fair characters, he was, like, one of the best ones. If he hit you once, he could ring you out. It didn't matter. Like, even if he was in the corner, he could take you to the other corner. Instantly ring you out. But no, they've got to put the crappy version of Narutora in the game. I mean, at least she fits more than what else they could have added. I mean, she does have a martial artist fighting style. Let's see. I'll take that. Yeah, Grassi was really good too, the wall glitch. Like, if the wall glitch didn't kill you outright, like, it would ring you out. So either way, the match was pretty much over the moment that she hit you with that. I'm getting like lots of viewers today, even though I'm like not playing anything major. Is it because of GDQ? That's kind of why I've been streaming more, because everybody's leaving for GDQ and there's like barely any speed runs on right now. This asshole. I'm definitely interested to see like who actually gets growth from GDQ this year, because I know last year there were like only a couple of streamers that weren't already like really big partner channels that actually got any success from going there. Which is why, as much as I would like to go, I would never want to ask for donations to go, because I wouldn't feel right doing that. I mean, you know, when I ask for help with equipment and stuff, I feel that it's more worthwhile to people to help me out, because it ensures that I can make more content. But like going to GDQ, like to get exposure, is like such a crapshoot these days. I know that's the main reason why a lot of people go, is they want to grow their channel, but it's like pretty much random. You can have a really good run there and like know how to present yourself, but you still won't get that many followers because you don't play like a big household name game. Wow, this level. I'm gonna have to get the health now. That is not health. That's health. I hate these cannons. This run's pretty much dead. Unless I get a lucky health drop, there's nothing I can do. Yeah, that run's toast. I'm definitely excited for them to make Sky Temple easier. They said that that's going to be in the next couple patches. The lowered boss scaling, that makes it easier to take on Curve without the Force Nova, which is nice. A lot of times I often skip early Sky Temple because before he had too much health and he could fill the screen with bullets. Now he can take him out before he can put too much crap on the screen, even if you don't have Force Nova. But the actual level is still like ridiculous, even on like level 2 or level 3. Alright, that doesn't count as my warm-up run. Nice! Plasma Blender. Alright, this is already off to a good start. Plasma Blender is better now. Now that it doesn't trigger boss invincibility frames as often. It's actually really good for bossing. Case in point right there, you take him out in one cycle. You couldn't do that before. So while you guys are here, I know some people are lurking, but can you like give me some feedback? I was thinking of doing the combo-thon to fund a PS4 next week. Like while GDQ is happening. Would you guys have any, anything against that? I would like to get it done sooner than later so that I can put some money towards getting Kamen Rider Batride War, because that's like the major game that I'm going to be covering. That's like the only thing that's coming out like right away that I'm not going to play on PS3, because that game had the worst issues. But I know having it during GDQ is kind of like a weird position, because that's pretty much all anybody watches. I could just do it the week after, which would be probably like the 11th after GDQ ends. Honestly, it's just like there's so many parts of GDQ that I'm like not interested in watching. It might be better for me to just wait until after it's over. What if there's more drama? I'm sure there will be, but I'm not interested in that, really. No, the chat's gonna be awful. That's like not even... That's not even up for debate. The chat's gonna be terrible. I'm just trying to get input, and if it's gonna be better for me to just wait an extra week. Which I think is probably the better decision. Or I can just do it for 2 weeks. I think I'm just going to do it for like 2 weeks. It's just, there's so many parts that I'm like not interested in watching. And I'm not exactly trying to like fund a GDQ trip here. That shit's like $800 to go to those. I'm only trying to raise like at least half of a PS4, and I could just fund the rest out of my own pocket. I'll probably do it for a couple days, and then I'll do it more seriously afterwards. I've still got like 2 months to fund it, so I don't think it's really urgent. It's just I want to make sure that I have everything. Well, when the speedrunners try to fund the GDQ, they normally ask for like at least $600, if not more. Like just the plane ticket alone is expensive, and then there's the registration, which I think that they should waive the registration. I think it's pretty shady that they they make the runners pay to register when they make so much money. I think that should be like a benefit to going. Like, you don't really get anything out of going there aside from hanging out with your friends. And like the off chance of having your channel like get really popular. But yeah, after like the registration, the plane ticket, and then whatever share they're paying on the room. And that can vary a lot depending on how many people are in there. Like if it's in like the rooms that when I go to Fanime, like I usually only have to pay like $50 for a room because there's like 10 people in there, but not everyone's like that. I mean, some people are only rooming with like their family or friends or whatever. I'm gonna keep this. Take out Chill Penguin first, because he's a nightmare in the second half. And go check the item chunk. Might be something good. More damage would be excellent with this build right now. Gold stud's good too. maybe I can skip this. That's a hard jump. There we go. Yo, these items. Good RNG. Oh, I can't ask for more than that. Alright, I'll go ahead and risk some salt to do the daily, since there's actually people watching today. Let me see, did anyone actually complete the daily today? Like, if no one completes the daily, there's no one on the leaderboards, then I tend to not do it because I just get frustrated. Let's check. Not that many people have been doing them regardless. Alright, so we've got 6 clears. I guess that's pretty good. I'm noticing some new people on here. Looks like some people picked it up from the Steam sale. I think it's like 20% off right now. Let's look at the times for today. The time to beat is 20 minutes. This is my most played game on Steam by a really large margin. I'm probably going to be close to like 100 hours on this game pretty soon. And check if there's an item room up here. No. Now I have to go back for this. This is already slow. I should be done by now. Well, if it gives me good mobility, then I can make up the difference, because most people don't play like I do. I just skip everything if possible. I think a lot of the other people that play, they actually stop to fight everything. Oh man, this is already bad. Got like nothing to work with so far. Good item, please. Alright, I'll take that. That's a good start. I think the plasma blender is like back to being top tier now, honestly. What you lose in crowd control you make up with on bossing, because it has like the fastest DPS, even if you don't have any damage items. Before it was just kind of fun to take, but it wasn't like really practical. How did he not go in there? Alright, what have we got here? Streambot users. Yeah, I don't understand why people pay for viewers. I've seen it happen to people that are like legitimate streamers, like someone decides to troll them and hope that they'll get banned, and they'll buy like, we'll send like 3,000 bots in their channel. I remember JC, he's a Battletoad speedrunner, like he had someone do that to him. Keep in mind, he normally averages like anywhere from 20 to 30 viewers tops when he streams. Like, he's not a big streamer by any means. And the person that did it to him, they did it like late at night. So he was actually like one of the more popular channels on the site that night. But all it really did is just make people ask, like, why does this guy have 3,000 viewers? I mean, Battletoads is not exactly what you would consider a popular game on here. I'm gonna skip this. Double jump, please. Phantom Dancer's decent, but it's not a double jump. I've got good damage, but my mobility is pretty bad right now. Yeah, I'm gonna switch. Wow, come on, give me a double jump. I'm like halfway through. I've got 2 plumber's hats, which is nice, but it's not a double jump. That's what I really need right now. I'm not going to care too much if I lose this daily. This is pretty boring. Halfway through, barely any good items. The daily I did the other day that just went up on my YouTube channel today was really fun. Lots of mobility, but the run wasn't like, it wasn't a carry run either. Like, it was actually pretty challenging. You can turn off the filter in the options. It's not really a big deal. Ah, well, this run's pretty much dead. Oh, wait, the run still lives. Clutch Blue Lander out of nowhere. I'm gonna take that for survivability. I was about to say there was no way that the run could come back, but now I've got full health. Can go a little longer at least. And go check this. For dailies, yes. They made the dailies more fair. You notice I only have one choice of level to go through. Before you could choose whatever you wanted, which is why there is such a high variance on like who could finish a run and who couldn't. But now everyone has the same shops. Everyone runs the same level order. There we go. I don't have Force Nova, so I'm really glad that I took the Plasma Blender. It's gonna make this boss fight a little better. Take the glass cannon too. Whoa, that's a glitch. I can't get over to this item. Huh. Now, maybe I can go this way. Nope. I'll have to show that to the developers. Oh man, late game Agni Sort. The stuff of nightmares. Where runs go to die. Why? This run was going so good too, and had to give me this crap. Oh well, I'll rank pretty high on score even if I don't finish. What is this crap? I can't do anything. God, that was terrible. Alright, well, I've got like 1 hit worth of health. I'm gonna have to get lucky on a health drop at this point. Alright, that's a start. I'm gonna be able to skip like the whole level, but I want to have some security. Oh man, don't give me a challenge room now. Why? Just give me the regular level. These rooms take so much health. I'm gonna have to take a chance. Give me health. That's not health. How is he still alive? There. Oh man, that daily was so stressful. Alright, let's see where I rank today. If I didn't take that extra gambling, I wouldn't have made it. Alright, first place in time. 6th in score. That's pretty much what I expected. I tend to damage boost a lot towards the end. Because at that point, unless you've got a bunch of drop modifiers, like, it's not safe to do it. You're gonna take more damage. Like, if you can get to the boss, especially with that build, like, that was a pretty good build. The first half was like really rough, but in the second half it picked up. I got the double jump and I got those damage modifiers, and that made the bossing really easy. If I had kept the spear, it would have been a safer run, but I could have lost a lot more damage on bosses. I'll definitely be taking the plasma blender pretty much every time I get it now. Like, it's the best weapon for Ace for bossing, and if the run has pretty decent mobility, then you can kind of get around the fact that your crowd control is not going to be good. But as soon as you get to a boss, even if you don't have the weakness, you're going to take them out really fast, so it's a pretty good trade-off. Before, I would always take the glaive, because the glaive always makes the end game a lot easier. But it doesn't really have spectacular damage. Especially on that run, I didn't have Force Nova at all that run. That's why it was so hard. I couldn't skip as much. Yeah, they changed the scoring, so I tend to rank at least a little higher in score every day now. As opposed to before when I was like never in the top 10. I could be like number 1 in time, but Always really low on score. I actually did stop a bit to fight there because I needed to farm some drops, just to be safe. If I hadn't done that, that run wouldn't have finished. So I was like 900 points away from first place. I need to improve my speedrun time, but I think they're going to wipe again pretty soon, so I don't really care. I wonder how speedrunning for this would work, like if you were actually trying to go for the record. Like, I think if it was me playing, I would probably reset until I got like a plasma blender and a bunch of mobility. Like, that's a pretty good build for Ace. For a speedrun. Plasma blender for bossing, and then mobility to just skip everything. And then using the level selection wisely so that you know, fight things at the right time. Anyway, I think I'm gonna stop for there. I'm gonna stop now. That was a pretty good stream. I did my PSO2 and 20XX dailies. In terms of the marathon, I think I'm gonna do it the first week. I'm gonna do it for a while and see if people actually show up. If not, then I'll do it next week. I really want to get that taken care of as soon as possible so that, you know, whatever help I get, I can put towards getting the console, and then from there it's just kind of funding the games, which is going to be hard if I don't get anything extra, but Kamen Rider is like a really expensive game, so I'm kind of taking a risk on it. I really like the second one, but the technical issues just killed it for me. I know the yen to dollar exchange rate's pretty good, so I should be able to get it. If you want, you can stick around in the chat. I'm going to see if there's anyone else to host. If not, I'm probably going to go take a snack break, and then I'll come back with like some Guilty Gear or something. So stick around, we'll find a host target. Peace.